There, Alex Kelly with Fiber Spine. I'm an engineer. I've been an engineer for 30 years now, and I just want to take a minute to talk to the folks that I am most jealous of, and that's the creative types, the folks that make music, make videos, exist in recording studios, do all the things that entertain us. And I, for one, am amazed by the ability of you folks and the types of entertainment that you crank out. It's just really incredible. The one thing I know, for example, is in shooting this video, which is going to last hopefully no more than 3 or 4 minutes, it'll take me 30 minutes to upload it. And granted, I am not one who focuses on creating video a lot of the time, but I'm just amazed at how slow it can be to move these file types around. So the one thing that I think would really be of a huge benefit to you with Fiber Spine is speed. When you look at some of the file sizes that are created in an average recording studio or at the output of a Pro Tools console, it can be 10 gig, it can be hundreds of gigs of data. And I just don't understand how you move those kinds of files around and back them up in with any kind of efficiency. So fiber optics is your answer to getting the speed that you need to do that more efficiently. And as I mentioned just a minute ago, I've been involved in the design of core fiber optic networks that run very, very vast amounts of data. And I can tell you that the only technology suitable for handling those kinds of data throughput demands is fiber. And that's why I've done it for so long. So now that demand exists at the edge of the network, not just the core. The thing about a fiber spine is it really can run as fast as any of your storage arrays, your NAS servers, your media devices, and so whether that's a gigabit per second or 10 gigabits per second or multiple 10 gigabits per second or 100 gigabits per second or multiple colors of light, each running 10 gig, say, Fiber Spine is something you really need to look at. It's, I think, a great technology for you. One of the key things about it is by having multiple fibers in that microduct, you can separate or segregate your traffic depending on traffic type. You've all seen these environments where when you want to render a video or move a video file or an audio file to a storage server, a disk array, everybody has to go take a break. Because it brings the entire network to its knees. That won't happen anymore. I can put video on one network and audio on a separate network, and your Wi-Fi traffic and internet on a third network, and any gaming boxes you have in the vicinity and in the green rooms on a completely separate network. So they all operate at peak efficiency and independently of what's going on the other networks. So and not only that, there are some networks that don't need to be tied to the internet. So in terms of security, you've got a self-contained, private, very high-speed network that you can depend on to provide the kind of performance that you need to get your job done faster. The other thing is, certainly in your environments, Wi-Fi or wireless connectivity is key, but my take on this is that what you're really talking about is ubiquitous wireless coverage, not one little hotspot in one area of your recording studio or your home, because I just continue to get this flood of complaints about dropouts and how they can't use a tablet in this part of the house or behind this wall or out in the garage or in the studio or what have you. So the beautiful thing about a fiber spine is it can deploy or distribute that Wi-Fi coverage throughout a facility. And the one thing you'll never see on a fiber spine is any fine print. We just guarantee it for life. You turn it on and it works. And I was in an electronics store, office supply store recently, and I was waiting on some copies and went over to the aisle where they had these brand new 802.11.AC or 802.11ac Wi-Fi boxes that are beamforming, which means instead of having omnidirectional coverage, they actually find where you are and concentrate their energy to make sure that the connection to you is robust. And I turn the box on its side, and I've seen this on a number of these devices that are brand new and supposedly the latest, greatest things we have to offer. And you'll read something like this. These are physical data rates. They're talking about the ability of 802.11ac to handle gigabit throughputs. These are physical data rates. Actual data throughput will be lower and may depend on a mix of wireless products used and external factors. That's fine print, and let me tell you, it's fine print. I had to take my glasses off to read it. That's fine print that you will not see on a fiber spine. All I will say is whatever speed you choose, that's what we'll deploy, and it will run that speed, and if it doesn't, I'll come back and fix it for as long as you own it. That's my guarantee. So just keep that little tidbit in mind. And the other, I guess the final point, and I will repeat this in just about every video that I record, and that is that fiber spines disappear. I want it to be a technology that you don't have to think about. You've got plenty of issues out there, just sample rates and file sizes and pixel depth, and I can't imagine all the technologies that you're having to reconcile on a daily basis, but the one that you shouldn't have to think about is the network that's within your four walls. That is something that should just be a no-brainer, and it works. And if there is a problem in your production environment, it's with a computer, it's with a server, it's with a storage device or a Pro Tools software or what have you, but it's not with your network. So I am actively focused on developing fiber spines as technology that will disappear. So I appreciate your time. Please give me a call. Let's talk about what options exist. I will say this, that you folks that are ultra creative generally pick some really cool places to set up shop, and this is one area where the microduct installation will be something that we need to look at, because in some cases you're going through stone walls, you're going through concrete, you're going through lath screen in homes that are 40, 50 years old. So it's really great that the more labor-intensive part of the installation is actually the lower tech portion of the whole system. So once that microduct is in, we're good to go, and you're set up for life. All right, thanks again for your time, and we'll talk to you soon.